Hello everybody. I've kind of been contemplating making this video for a while because I feel like I need to, but I kind of don't like to talk about my gender and things like that on this channel anymore because I feel that it's kind of personal to me. It's not everybody's business, but because I have talked about it so openly in the past, I feel like there is some things that I need to clear up and things that I have said previously about my gender that I don't really feel is super accurate anymore, and I kind of want to just clear everything up. I get a lot of questions about it. If I'm being completely honest, in the future I probably won't talk about this stuff very much just because, like I said, I think that it's kind of a more personal thing, and I think that by being so open about my gender on my channel has kind of harmed me in the sense that for a long time I felt really pressured to have a label when I wasn't necessarily ready to find one, and I also kind of let other people's opinions dictate certain things for me. For example, liking more feminine things meant I had to be somewhere on the non-binary spectrum, and that wasn't necessarily the case. Obviously I'll still talk about it here and there, but it's not gonna be like it once was, as if you guys couldn't already tell, because I kind of have stopped doing that. Something I get asked a lot, especially on Instagram, is am I still non-binary and what are my pronouns? I don't necessarily identify with the term non-binary. Like if somebody asked me what my gender was, I wouldn't say, oh, I'm non-binary. So I haven't really been identifying with the term non-binary very much. I prefer to just tell people I'm a guy and not make it more complicated than that. If my dogs would stop barking. As far as pronouns go, I am fine with he, him. I am fine with they, them. I prefer he, him. They, them does not bother me as long as we're not using she, her, or a neo pronoun. Good to go. I've also been getting asked about my sexuality a lot because I know things have changed with the way I identify, but I'm still bisexual. I still feel pretty much the same about my sexuality as I always have. Like guys, I like girls, everyone is hot, the end. I've also been getting asked a lot about my name, and I know that's been confusing, and I do apologize for that I haven't talked about it. I have been going by Kai. That's the name I've chosen, Kai, K-A-I. I feel like it really fits me. I really like the meaning behind it, and I've been going by Kai for a while now, since before Christmas. It is definitely my preferred name. I'm looking into potentially changing my social media handles to something along those lines, although I don't know if I want it to be like Laineybot because I feel like that sounds weird, but I'll figure it out and I will update you guys as that goes along. I do not use Lainey anymore. I haven't ever like corrected anybody from using Lainey before because I haven't made a formal announcement about this, and I have not changed my handles, and I still am probably not going to correct people because I know it is confusing when my handle is Laineybot. But if you're watching this video, my name is Kai and I would prefer you to use that. Thank you. I think that's most of the things I wanted to clear up as far as that goes. I think it's kind of straightforward, and I think a lot of you probably already knew most of this stuff, but I wanted to kind of make a formal thing answering very clearly these questions that I've been getting. The last thing I wanted to clear up, I guess, that I've been thinking about a lot actually, is I made a video probably about a year ago, maybe a little less than a year ago, about if I'm going to transition and my thoughts on transitioning for myself. I rewatched it the other day and I don't agree with a lot of it anymore. So I used to feel kind of differently about transitioning, and I think a lot of that came from a place of fear, mostly on a social level, and being worried about what the people in my life would think, which is silly because it's my body, it's my identity, it's something that I need to do for myself. And so I just wanted to watch this video real quick and kind of update you guys on my feelings on things. Obviously, I cannot transition right now. I am still nursing and I am going to continue to do that until I don't need to anymore. I'm not going to push it. As of right now, obviously, I'm not going to do any sort of transitioning because I cannot. My thoughts on transitioning in the future have changed, and we're going to watch this video and I will tell you what I mean. Hey guys, it's Lainey. For a long time, people have been asking me the same question over and over and over again. And I just want to clarify that this is how I'm feeling in the moment. It is subject to change. I may change my mind in the future. I may feel differently later. I also want to clarify that my experience is my own and isn't anybody else's, so I'm only speaking for myself. I still agree with this. I feel, and not for other people as well. I look really different. Because my parents thought that I wouldn't like it or wouldn't. I'm gonna fast forward because a lot of this is like It's still the same. Like, I still hated my body as a kid. I still blah de blah, whatever. I just want to get to the part where I'm talking about transitioning. First of all, not really appropriate things to ask a trans or non-binary person because it's their own business. First of all, I literally, okay, can I, hold on. I know this is off topic, but I am like watching this video and then looking at myself in the camera and I'm like, the glow up? Facial hair and body hair and things of that nature that I don't think I would be very happy having as a part of my body. Okay, let's talk about this. As far as starting tea and growing facial hair and growing body hair, I am not the kind of person who would, would rock facial hair. I wouldn't wear it even if I grew it. But for some reason, back then I just kind of felt like, oh, well, I don't want facial hair, so I can't go on tea. But there's a thing called razors for that fucking reason. There are several men that grow facial hair and don't want it, so they just fucking shave their face. It's not that deep. Same with their body. Just shave if you don't want it. It's not a big thing. I think that would make me just as uncomfortable as certain other countries. I disagree with that now. That would definitely not make me as uncomfortable in my body as I am now. I still wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like having facial hair, but not for the same reason I'm uncomfortable now. I do not believe that having facial hair would make me dysphoric. I feel like it would make me ugly. If I went on testosterone, was a deeper voice. Now I don't want like a big, like burly man voice. I still don't. So how I feel about my voice, first of all, I hate it. That being said, I do not want a big, burly, deep, hello. All mine is here. And I don't think I ever will, but that's just because I'm the kind of person I am. Like, a voice like that probably would never even happen for me in the first place. But if it would just not look right with my... I would love to have a voice that did not automatically make people misgender me. You know what I mean? So I figured that instead of going on testosterone, a better option for me personally would be just a voice train. So listen, okay, here's the thing with that. Voice training's cool, hooray. However, there is so much more to going on tea than just your voice changing. Your fucking face changes, which I could definitely fucking use. My jawline is doing the thing I would like it to do. I have feminine facial structure that I don't appreciate all that much. Changes the way your fat deposits, which is a very fucking important thing, and would very much change the way I view my body. Basically, I'm an idiot in this video. So to make a long story short, I kind of don't know where I stand on going on tea right now, but it is something I definitely would want to discuss with my therapist and my doctor in the future and see if it's something I want to do then. I don't feel like I did previously where I felt like I don't want to do this. Dysphoria is horrible. It's like the worst part of all of this, and I have a really hard time because of it. As some of you know, I do have binders, but I am breastfeeding right now, so I cannot wear them all the time because it will affect my milk supply. So I do wear these are like high-neck sports bras. I still wear my high-neck sports bras most of the time, but now that I have this fancy GC2B, I wear that a lot because it's comfortable and it doesn't fucking hurt me. And I can wear it for extended periods of time, so it's a fucking blessing. I've been asked a lot about top surgery, and as far as top surgery goes, that is a bridge I'm going to cross when I come to it. Still kind of feel this way about that's a bridge I'm going to cross when I come to it. And I honestly didn't have much of a problem with it because it was so small. I didn't even notice it usually. Like, I looked flat in most of my clothes. It was an easier time. And I think that not having a large chest before contributed to my not knowing that I was trans earlier, because I didn't really have chest dysphoria because I didn't really have a chest. And then I got one and I was like, fuck. I think that when I'm done breastfeeding, it will go back down to that. That's my hope. If it doesn't, that's something I will have to think about then. But I think it's probably likely that it will. Okay, so I understand my chest will get smaller when I'm done nursing. I understand that. I understand it's likely that it will get quite a bit smaller. However, it would have to get pretty fucking small for me to not want to do something about it. Again, a bridge I'm going to cross when I come to it, but it's something I want. I'm just gonna say that right now. It's something I want. I also am not super bothered by the name Lainey. I don't consider it to be a very feminine name, actually. I can use Lainey and Lainey. No. First of all, no. Me. I'm not bothered by the name Lainey. Me. Was super bothered by the name Lainey. And I can't believe I said that I didn't feel like it was a feminine name. I 100% feel like it is a feminine name. I am less bothered by my birth name than by Lainey. Because Lainey is a What do you mean it's not feminine? Okay, I could not imagine Greg trying to call me Lainey. I finally found a name, and it was not the name I was thinking about in this video, because back then I liked the name Eli, but I never felt like it was like that missing puzzle piece that I needed. I looked at some other names, and then I found Kai. So I had these names kind of floating around in my head, and one day Greg said, what about the name Kai? And I said, I've been thinking about that name a lot, and so I decided to start testing that out, and I have ended up loving it. That's also to clear up that Greg did not fucking choose my name, because I got a message about that. Having a name that I feel comfortable with has made my life exponentially better and made me exponentially more comfortable. To summarize, I'm just a guy being a dude. I don't have any sort of extra label to tack on that anymore. So yeah, that's the whole thing. Now y'all have the tea. I hope this cleared things up. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos and being subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate you being here. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.